Let me try and maybe just frame it from 40,000 foot of why the CDC made the recommendation in the first place of, instead of having a full 10-day of isolation if you are infected and asymptomatic, to actually cut that down to 5 days of isolation followed by 5 days of masking. The fundamental reason for that, and this could indirectly or maybe directly explain some of the concerns or answer some of the concerns that people have about the CDC's decision. The purpose of it is that given the wave, the extraordinary unprecedented wave of infections that we are experiencing now and will certainly experience more of in the next few weeks, that there is the danger that there will be so many people who are being isolated, who are asymptomatic for the full 10 days, that you could have a major negative impact on our ability to keep society running. So the decision was made, although it's not completely risk-free, of saying, let's get that cut in half so that we could have 50%, namely half of the 10 days, and 50% of that time, people can actually be out with a mask in society. The question you raised, Michael, is a reasonable question. People are asking, okay, that's fine, but why not require a test? The reason the CDC gives is not because there's a shortage of tests. So that was one of the objections, that one of the people who wrote in or made the comment to you. That's not the issue according to the CDC. According to the CDC, what they're saying is that for the first 5 days, an antigen test would be rather predictive of whether or not a person is transmissible. It's much more likely predictive. As you get further into the course, namely out to the 7, 8, 9, 10 days, the predictive value of an antigen test to say whether you are transmissible to someone else is really not only not known, there's no evidence to indicate that that has any predictive value. And in fact, what they're telling us, and it's true, is that the FDA approved that antigen test and never approved it for the purpose of saying it has any predictive value when you're 8, 9, 10 days into the course, whereas early on, it gives you much more of predictive of whether or not A, you're infected, and B, whether you are transmissible likely given the level of virus. That was the rationale that the CDC made that decision.